Just about to get started here for the 2:30 p.m. tip-off with Mississippi State taking on the University of Georgia. Mississippi State coming into this game 13-17, playing against the 21-9 Georgia Bulldogs. The Bulldogs versus the Bulldogs this afternoon. Alongside Charlie Curley, John Wesley Cochran here with you on the Bulldogs Student Sports Network. Charlie, Mississippi State coming in to play their final regular season home game against the Georgia Bulldogs, one of the hottest teams in the country right now.
Yeah, Georgia is such a good team. They have four guys averaging double-digit points per game. Wilkinson, the leading scorer, averaging 17.5 a game, coming off the bench tonight. Not sure why, but nonetheless, they have a lot of guys that can score the basketball. Blue Kane, Catchings. Kane and Catchings had 32 against Bama in the last game and a huge upset win for the Dogs, which basically secured their spot in the NCAA tournament. And so, yeah, this is a hot team. They've won 4 of their last 5. The Dogs looking to extend that. Maybe our Bulldogs can shock the nation today and pull off a big win.
Yeah, Mississippi State coming off of a 4-game losing streak, their last win against Auburn, where Josh Hubbard dropped a career-high 46 points. What's it going to take to piece together a win today against Georgia?
Yeah, it's going to take Josh Hubbard doing a lot of that, scoring the basketball. It's going to take other guys helping him out. Sean Jones has proven this season more than ever that he can score the basketball a little bit more. Jaden Epps has been battling inconsistencies. We're going to need a more consistent performance. Chore's been a lot more aggressive scoring the basketball, but then defensively, we just have got to get stops, limit second chance points. That's been the story all season long, is limiting second chance points. And this Georgia team thrives on the offensive boards. They have a lot of big guys. They have a clear size advantage over us, and so we've got to find a way to box out and grab the boards.
That's right. Big defensive rebounds are the key for Mississippi State. So with that, Mississippi State is just under a minute away from tip-off. We'll go ahead and get into the starting lineups. We'll start with the visiting team. Our guards for this afternoon will be Blue Kane at the point guard position. He's averaging 13.5 points per game at shooting guard. Jordan Ross wearing number 3. Our forwards will be Kareem Stagg, averaging just around 5 points per game. He wears number 1. Our power forward will be Cannon Catchings. He's averaging around 11 points per game, 5 rebounds. And then our center for the Georgia Bulldogs will be Smoto Cyril, averaging around 10 points and 6 rebounds. Our starting lineup for the Mississippi State Bulldogs at point guard will be Josh Hubbard, leading scorer, one of the best offensive weapons in the country, averaging 21.5 points per game and around 2.5 assists per game. The rest of our guards will be Jaden Epps and Sean Jones Jr., the senior veteran best defender on this squad. And then to round it out will be our forwards, Quincy Ballard at the 5, Chore at the 4. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we will be back in just a moment for the start of this basketball game. A minute away from tip-off here in the Humphrey Coliseum. He's Charlie Curley. I'm John Wesley Cochran. Charlie, Mississippi State, one last regular season game before we enter into the SEC tournament, before postseason play. What do you want to see some things, even though this season hasn't been the exact outcome that you would like coming into the season? What are some things that you want to see as Mississippi State tries to finish strong?
Yeah, I would like to see a good team win tonight. Would love to see the offense flow properly, not be completely reliant on Josh Hubbard. I'd also love to see the defense go back to the old Jans way that we've seen the past couple of years. Fly to the basketball, active hands, get steals, get out in transition. This Georgia team we know is very good, and they're heating up at the right time. And so we have a big task ahead of us. But we've seen this state team is capable of winning big games. They just have to put together a pretty perfect performance to do so.
That's right. Bulldogs wearing the all-white jerseys for Mississippi State. The Bulldogs for Georgia wearing all red. It'll be Achor and Searle to tip off for Georgia. It'll be Hubbard, Epps, Jones, Ballard, and Achor on for the Bulldogs. Kane, Ross, Stagg, Catchings, and Searle for Georgia. The tip is up and back, and Georgia Bulldogs will win the toss. Win the tip. Jordan Ross to bring it up. Swings it up top of the key now with Ross. Now Searle. Somto kicks it off to Kane. His 15-footers off the right side of the glass. Epps will get the rebound and move the ball for Mississippi State. He drives inside the right side of the lane with the right-hand layup off the glass and off the mark. Rebound, Georgia.
Yeah, great defense there from Georgia, going straight up. Not a great shot there from Epps.
So now Catchings drives baseline, kicks it corner over now top of the key. Off the glass and blocked by Achor. Now Hubbard right wing. Thought about a three. Then drives with the right hand. Runner with the right hand off the glass and in for the first points of the game. Dogs lead 2-0 with 19 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yeah, great block from Achor on Blue Kane's shot. Josh Hubbard in transition. Quick hesitation. Drives to the hole. Great finish with the right hand.
Ross drives inside the lane. Kicks it out top of the key with Stagg. Hits three-pointers off the mark. Rebound, Achor. Achor now tries to bring the ball up the floor. The 7-footer showing off his ball handling now top of the key with Epps. Epps going to step up. A couple dribbles with the left hand. His three-pointers off the mark. Rebound, Georgia.
Yeah, not a bad look there. Got to knock that shot down if you can.
Ross driving baseline, but he has his pocket picked by Sean Jones Jr. Now Epps brings it up the floor. Left wing with Sean Jones. Kicks it over to the left wing with Josh Hubbard. Drives inside middle of the lane. Goes to the opposite side with the 10-footer. His mid-range jump shot's off the mark. Rebound, Georgia.
Yeah, not a bad shot there from Hubbard. Got to a spot, just didn't knock it down. No big deal.
Catchings trying to find a teammate. Now he backs him down in the mid-post. Goes for the reverse layup. Off the mark. Rebound, Ross. Kicks outside for the three-pointer from the guard. Ross drills it.
Yeah, great shot there from Blue Kane. Big-time three-pointer. Good offensive rebound as well from Searle. That's exactly what we got to limit is those second-chance points.
So Epps on the pick and roll to Quincy Ballard. The high-low to Sean Jones with the easy two-hand jam.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
State.
Great job there. Get it to the high post to Ballard. Ballard, great dump off there to Sean Jones for the easy flush.
So Ross will bring the ball up the floor for Georgia. Top of the key. He takes a screen now from Searle. Now goes up with the right hand, reverse-handed layup off the mark. Rebound to Achor. He hands it off to Hubbard, now top of the key.
Yeah, not a bad look there. Just missed the layup. You can't miss those.
Hubbard drives in left hand, but he's stolen. Rebound Georgia. Now fast break. Now in the hands of Ross. Ross tries to lob it up, but the ball goes out of bounds. 4-3 State leads over Georgia. 17 minutes to play.
Yeah, bad turnover there. You have a 3-on-1 fast break. He tried to go for a no-look lob, showtime, and just not a good pass at all. Way behind him, and big turnover there. State gets away with one.
So after that turnover from Georgia, 17 minutes remaining. Dogs lead by 1, 4-3. Jaden Epps to inbound as the Georgia Bulldogs move to a man-to-man press, and Josh Hubbard will have to dribble up full court with Wilkinson guarding him. He gets double-teamed and dumps it off to Jamirion Davis-Fleming in the high post and dumps it on the high-low to Sergey Matsura. Now top of the key, dribbling is Middleham. Swings it over to his teammate Wilkinson for the wide-open three-pointer and knocks it down to tie up the game at 6-6.
Yeah, Wilkinson, leading scorer for Georgia, coming off the bench today. And, I mean, this guy can score at all three levels. We got to have a hand in his face at all times.
So Josh Hubbard will dribble the ball past midcourt. Full pressure the entire way. Left wing now, 18 seconds on the shot clock. Nearing 16 minutes remaining in the first half. Jamirion Davis-Fleming double team in the mid post, swings it across court to his teammate Jaden Epps, who drives inside the middle of the lane, tries to dump it off to JDF, but loses his dribble as the bounce pass to JDF was off his hands and out of bounds. So a turnover for Mississippi State. We're going to take a timeout. All tied up here in the first half, 6-6 with 15:56 to play. We'll be back in just a minute. We welcome you back out to the action. All knotted up here in the first half with 15:56 to play. Both teams have 6 points. Alongside Charlie Curley, John Wesley Cochran here with you. It'll be Georgia Bulldogs to inbound far side on the left. It will be Jabari McGee, Jaden Epps, Josh Hubbard, Sergey Matsura, and Jamirion Davis-Fleming. So a relatively small lineup in for Mississippi State. Georgia Bulldogs inbound to Middleham. Now top of the key with Kane. Pick and roll action with Abson and Wilkinson. Now top of the key, a three-pointer for Middleham is good.
Yeah, Millender knocks it down in the corner. Uncontested cross-court pass. Can't allow that to happen if you're State. Gotta put a hand up.
Georgia Bulldogs take the lead by 3, 9-6. Josh Hubbard takes a screen from Jabari McGee. Moves over towards the right side. Swings it back over to McGee. He's double-teamed and loses his dribble and then stolen for a two-hand jam on the other end for Catchings.
Yeah, Jabari McGee just completely errant with his dribbles. Not a very good sequence at all for State there. Easy transition dunk for Catchings.
11-6. Georgia leads by 5. 15 minutes remain. Josh Hubbard dribbling with his back to the defender. Left side now moves to the right side. Finds Jamarion Davis-Fleming cutting. Goes up with the right-handed layup, but he is fouled by Kane. So Jamarion Davis-Fleming will have 2 shots coming up at the charity stripe. Bulldogs down by 5.
Yeah, great job. See the mismatch inside. Blue Kane guarding Flemings and able to get it inside. Flemings pound dribble, turnaround, goes up, gets fouled, earns himself 2 free throws, nearly the end one. And so great job there from State, seeing the mismatch and taking advantage of it.
JDF comes set and knocks down the first free throw. Makes this a 4-point ball game, 11-7. Georgia on top of Mississippi State. And the second free throw is good. Bulldogs down by 3 to Georgia. 11-8, 14:45 to go in the first half. Driving left side is Middleham, now top of the key with Wilkinson. Swings it over. Now on the low block, now left wing. Dribbling is Middleham. Kicks it outside, but he's stolen by Montra. Fast break Mississippi State. Josh Hubbard dumps it off to Jabori McGee with a right-handed layup. And we've got a 1-point ball game, 11-10, 14-14 to play in the first half.
Yeah, off the Millender turnover, State gets on in transition. Good dump off to Jabori, easy finish.
Step back, 3-pointer off the mark for Wilkinson. Rebound Georgia. Great rebound by Kane. Now top of the key, Middleham. Takes the screen from Ackerson. Now top of the key with Middleham. He drives left on Jaden Epps. Tries to look back. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Finds a wide open teammate in the corner. 3-pointers off the mark. Rebound Mississippi State. Jabori McGee dribbling with his right hand, left side. Dribble hands off to Jaden Epps as he drives line. Tries to find a bounce pass in between 2 defenders to Jamarion Davis-Fleming, but the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, on the Georgia offensive side, Millender's had a couple of errant possessions there. The turnover, then right there, just kind of top of the key, dribbled around for too long, and then pass it off to a teammate with, not a lot of time on the shot clock. Have to force up a bad shot. On the other end, Jaden Epps trying to sneak it into the paint, but not able to get a great pass. Kickball violation. State will inbound, but nonetheless, State hanging around in here so far. Good to see.
So after that, out of bounds, it will be Mississippi State basketball underneath the basket, left side. Sean Jones will throw a football-type pass backcourt towards Jabori McGee. So now Josh Hubbard will have the ball at the top of the key with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Finds a cutting around the screen, Jabori McGee now with the ball. Takes one dribble with the right hand on the right wing and knocks down a 3-pointer. Jabori McGee now makes this a 2-point lead for Mississippi State, 13-11. Going up for the mid-range jump shot is Middleham, but he's fouled as he goes up.
Yeah, Jabori McGee just having to ISO, throw up a shot, knocked it down, big-time shot. On the other end, though, he didn't really get back defensively, and Millender takes advantage of that, drives right into him, gets the foul. Didn't get the shot, though, on the floor, so Millender will inbound with 13 to play.
So Bulldogs lead by 2, 13-11. 13-11 on the game clock here in the first half. Tries to find a cutting teammate, Wilkinson. He goes up with a reverse layup, but it is off the mark. But as he goes up, he is fouled.
Yeah, really aggressive there from Wilkinson. Drives in, thought he was going to pass it off when he jumped up, but then went up for the reverse lay. Looks like there was some contact. A lot of State fans booing, but I agree with the call. A lot of contact when he went up, so Wilkinson will have 2, and that's just what he's done all season long. He's so aggressive, so good at finishing with that left hand as well, and so great work there from Wilkinson.
So after the foul on Jamarion Davis-Fleming, Wilkinson will have 2 shots at the line. He misses the first of the 2. Mississippi State leads by 2 points, 13-11, 13:01 to play. As Wilkinson knocks down the second free throw to make this a 1-point ball game. So after the made free throw from Wilkinson, Jabari McGee has the inbound for the Bulldogs. He'll pass it off to Josh Hubbard. A 2-2-1 zone press for the Georgia Bulldogs. Now moving to a man-to-man defense. Jabari McGee will dribble right side on the right wing. Now finds Jamarion Davis-Fleming. Tries to find a Josh Hubbard back cutting. Swings it over to Sean Jones, who finds a wide open right wing for Jabari McGee. His three-pointers off the mark. Rebound Georgia.
That's what you got to take advantage of right there. Wide open three. You cannot miss those. That's why State struggled all season long, is missing those open shots.
Wilkinson swings it over to Stagg, who's guarded heavily by Achor Chor. Dumps it off to his teammate James. His left hook is off the mark. Rebound Josh Hubbard. Thought about a three. Step back. Now he's going to pull it up from deep. His three-pointer's good. Josh Hubbard. Bingo. Up by 4, 16-12. 12 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, when you have a big guy guarding Hubbard, it's barbecue chicken for him. That's way too easy.
Right corner three with Stagg. His three-pointer is good and responds, making this a 1-point ball game. 16-15, Mississippi State up by 1.
Yeah, but vice versa. You leave a guy wide open in the corner. These Georgia guys can shoot the ball extremely well, and Stagg makes it look easy, knocks down a big three.
11:43 to play. Josh Hubbard swings it over to Jabari McGee. A dribble handoff to Sean Jones. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Achor, left wing, hands it off to Josh Hubbard. He's going to pull a deep three. Thought about another one and almost went in off the mark. That ball goes out of bounds. So with that, we'll go to the under 12 media timeout. 16-15, Mississippi State up by 1 on the Georgia Bulldogs. When we come back, 11:28 to play. $16-15, 11:28 to play here in the first half. Bulldogs, Mississippi State Bulldogs lead by 1. Very difficult for me to remember now. Both of these teams are Bulldogs, so this battle of the two SEC squads continues to be a close one. Been a back-and-forth ball game already this afternoon. So Sean Jones will inbound backcourt over towards Josh Hubbard. He'll take it across midcourt. He takes a screen from Quincy Ballard. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dribbles to the left elbow. Tries to find an open teammate, but on the pass, it's deflected and a turnover for Mississippi State.
Yeah, not a great passer from Hubbard. Kind of got stuck with his pivot and was forced to jack up a bad pass, and it's stolen.
Driving in right side of the lane is Bailey. He's double teamed and stolen by Sean Jones. Just completely ripped it from him. Now Josh Hubbard on the fast break, dribbles right side, goes up with the right hand, but he is fouled on the floor as he's driving inside the lane.
Yeah, State doing a good job of getting out in transition right now, and they're also shooting the ball at a high clip. 55%, 6 of 11, 40% from 3, and Georgia's struggling right now from the floor, 38%, 5 of 13, but they're shooting the 3 ball well, 57%. So State taking good shots, open shots, and knocking them down early.
State still leads by 1 point. 16-15, 10:53 to play. Nearing halfway through for the first half. Sean Jones will inbound underneath the basket after the foul was committed as Josh Hubbard was driving inside the lane. He'll throw a football pass to the backcourt with Josh Hubbard all alone. Now he takes it across half court, takes a screen from Quincy Ballard, dribbles a couple times with his right hand, now finds a wide open Sean Jones, pump fake to three-pointer, finds a wide open Josh Hubbard at the top of the key. Boom! Knocks it in to go up by 4, 19-15, 10.5 to play in the first.
Yeah, that's all set up by Quincy Ballard, being aggressive, going down low.
Driving with his right hand is Ross. His layup's off the mark. Quincy Ballard gets the rebound, goes coast to coast. It slams it with the right hand, right on Cyril.
Man, Achor nasty coast to coast the whole way and slams it home with authority. State rolling.
I mean, you don't see that very often with a 7-footer who plays center and just uses his speed, gets all the way down the floor, slams it with the right hand. 10 seconds on the shot clock, under 10 minutes to play. Driving heavily guarded by Sean Jones Jr. A tough basket and a three-pointer to make this a 3-point ball game.
Yeah, catching's picking up right where he left off against Alabama. That's such a tough shot. Sean Jones draped on him and just knocks it down. And then on the other end, Quincy Ballard steps out of bounds and a turnover, and Georgia gets the ball back.
Yeah, Josh Hubbard tried to find Ballard in the short corner on the left side, but as he tried to pass it to him, deflected. Ballard tried to retain the ball and found himself with his right foot on the line. So turnover for Mississippi State, 21-18. State leads by 3 still, with 9.5 to play in the first half. Swings it over to the right corner with Catchings. Now right wing in the hands of Middleham. Trying to take a screen, but he's bumped by Ballard. No blocking foul is called, and so a turnover for Georgia. And now Mississippi State will have the ball sideline out of bounds.
Yeah, we got away with one there. Very clear blocking foul from Quincy Ballard. Bumps right into him. They don't give it to us. Millender extremely upset. Looks over at the ref, kind of throws up his hands, but nonetheless, State basketball.
So they'll inbound the ball to Jaden Epps, who'll dribble with his back against the defender on the left wing. Now takes the screen from Ballard, rolls right side, lobs it up to Ballard, but a foul is called on the floor. So Ballard, as he tried to go up for the alley-oop, he gets fouled. So it'll be inbound underneath the basket left side. Sean Jones to inbound for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, good little play design there. Epps threw it up. Ballard was ready to catch and slam, but a little shove from Catchings. And now inbound from underneath.
Sean Jones will lob it over to Jaden Epps. Now at the top of the key with 14 on the shot clock. Epps will take a screen from Ballard. Left side up top for the three-pointer. Rattles out. Rebound Georgia. Now fast break with Ross. Ross drives inside the lane of the middle. Kicks it out to his teammate. Middle on the top of the key. Kicks it out to his left corner with Stagg. Now turnover. Jabari McGee gets the ball. Goes up with his right hand. No foul called. Last touch off of Georgia, so it'll be inbound underneath the basket. Mississippi State basketball.
Yeah, Jabari McGee got away with a travel there, maybe even some contact and a foul. Sean Jones can't corral the ball. They say it bounces off of Georgia's leg. I'll be honest, I saw it bounce off of Sean Jones, and I think Georgia might. They're talking to the ref now that I don't know what's happening here. Yeah, they're going to challenge, it looks like. They are. And I think there's a lot of validity to that. Looked like it went right off of Sean Jones' leg.
Yeah, and it probably could have been a potential foul call as Jabari McGee went up with the layup, but like you said, he probably could have been called for a travel violation as well. So we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back after this decision is made. And we welcome you back out to the Humphrey Coliseum. The official review says that Mississippi State will still have the basketball. Bulldogs try to inbound. They'll find Sergey Matsura cutting inside the middle of the lane. Kicks it back out top of the key with Jaden Epps. 15 on the shot clock. Epps finds a Jabari McGee cutting inside the middle of the lane. Pulls up from 8 feet and knocks in the small little mid-range jumper.
Yeah, great shot there. Get to your spot, knock it down. Beautiful stuff from State.
23-18 finds a wide-open teammate of Stagg in the left corner. Knocks down a wide-open three-pointer. Makes this a 2-point game. Dogs up 23-21. Mississippi State has the lead.
Yeah, State's got to get back defensively. That's happened multiple times now. After a bucket, they don't get back on a quick three for Georgia.
Top of the key, Quincy Ballard trying to find an open teammate as he picked up his dribble. Finds Jabari McGee left wing, dribbles on double team, goes up with the right hand inside the middle of the lane and knocks it in to go up by 4 points. 25-21, 7.5 to play. Right corner with Wilkinson. Finds Kane, tried to swing it back over to Wilkinson for the three. His three-pointer's off the mark. Rebound, Sean Jones. Loses the rebound and is stolen. So now Georgia has the ball top of the key with Millender. Drives inside the lane with the right hand, but is fouled. So he'll have two shots coming up at the line. And it appears that Sergey Matsura and Quincy Ballard collide, and Matsura slow to get up.
Yeah, three guys went up to block that shot. I don't even know who blocked it. Someone blocked it, but a clear foul on Millender, and Matsura seems to have hurt his right leg.
Yeah, not what you want to see for Mississippi State in the final regular season game. With that timeout, we're going to step aside, and we'll be back in a few minutes. State leads 25-21, up by 4 with 7:12 to play in the first half. And we are back for the action. 25-21. Mississippi State leads by 4 points. 7:12 to play in the first half. Still no update on Sergey Matsura after being shaken up towards the end of that play. Nonetheless, 2 shots coming up at the line for Millender. Millender has 4 points. One of those coming from the charity stripe.
Yeah, Millender's been very aggressive early, getting inside, going up strong. And that's what you got to do, especially against State. State's has very active hands and is always looking to try and get a steal. And being aggressive, you'll get a lot of foul calls and a lot of free throws.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you asked for earlier in this game, was Mississippi State to have some of that old Chris Jans defensive energy as Millender knocks in the second free throw to go for 2 for 2. So State leads by 2 points, 25-23. Josh Hubbard swings it over to Jabori McGee, finally breaking the zone press. So Josh Hubbard, top of the left wing, closely guarded by Wilkinson. Now drives around the top of the key, but is fouled by Wilkinson. So it'll be a reach-in foul, and the inbound pass will come in on the far side on the right.
Yeah,
Jabori McGee to inbound.
Wilkinson's claiming that Hubbard is hooking, and he might have a little bit of validity behind that, but a lot of hands on both sides, and you're always going to favor the offensive player.
Bulldogs will inbound to Chord, top of the key with Josh Hubbard. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Pull-up mid-range jump shot on the right elbow is off the mark. Fast break now for Georgia. Middlerum will swing it over to Wilkinson, dumps it off to Cyril, goes up with a left-handed layup, but is fouled. So 2 shots coming up, trying to close the gap on this 2-point lead that Mississippi State has.
Yeah, Millender did a great job there of getting it over to a cutting Wilkinson. Wilkinson goes up strong, dumps it off to Cyril, and Cyril makes it look easy, the N1 with the contact, and a chance to regain the lead here.
Forgive me, we have a tie ball game now, so with that made layup, it'll be a chance to take a 1-point lead. All tied up, 25-25. 6.5 to play in the first half. Lines up for the first free throw and knocks it in as Cyril to go up by 1 point. 26-25. Still a zone press. Josh Hubbard trying to take it full court. Makes it past the half-court line. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Dribbles right wing. Now drives in with the right hand. His right-handed layup is off the mark, and an offensive foul is called on Mississippi State. It will be, forgive me, the layup will actually be counted as good. I believe it was a goaltend.
Yeah, they called goaltend there. Hit the backboard, and then it was blocked by Cyril. He now subs out of the game. And
Dribble handoff to Kane. Now top of the key with Middlerum. Swings it over to Arson. Middlerum drives inside. Wilkinson actually drives inside with the right hand. His layup is off the mark. Rebound Epps. Epps trying to go coast to coast. Goes up with the right hand. Kisses it off the glass and in. Goes up and in to go up by 3 points, 29-26. 5:40 to play in the first half. A wide open three is off the mark. Wilkinson goes up. Now he gets the rebound and goes up with the left-handed layup off the glass to go down by 1 point. 29-28. State leads by 1 point over Georgia. Double teamed is Epps, but his cross-court pass to try to find Hubbard in the left wing is stolen. Now coast to coast, Kane gets the ball, goes up with the right-handed layup off the mark. Josh Hubbard gets the rebound, dribbles over towards the right wing, guarded by Wilkins. Josh Hubbard guarded by two people, dumps it off to Ballard as he goes up. As Josh Hubbard drive to baseline, dumped it off to Ballard, cutting across the middle. He goes up with the layup and is fouled. So with 4:59 to play in the first half, and Mississippi State leading by 1 point, 29-28, Quincy Ballard will have 2 shots at the line.
Yeah, good offense there. Get Quincy Ballard inside, get fouled, knock down some free throws on the other end. Defensively looking good. Blue Cane forced to take up a bad shot. Wilkins had the open three in the corner, just couldn't knock it down. Millender had another layup that he missed, and so we're getting bailed out here with some missed shots from Georgia. We got to take advantage of that on the other end.
So State leads by 2 points right now, 30-28, with 5 minutes left in the first. What does Mississippi State need to do to maintain this lead and keep up the momentum?
Yeah, I mean, offensively, they're actually looking pretty good. Getting inside, and then when they collapse, kick out to a wide-open three guy on the other side. Defensively, you've got to continue to limit second-chance points, and we've got to play a little bit better defense. Georgia is getting good looks. They're just not knocking them down, but that won't last. Georgia will start making them.
31-28, coming off a screen for the three-pointer is Wilkinson. He knocks it in. That's now 7 points for Wilkinson.
Yeah, that's what he does. He scores the basketball in a very efficient way, shooting right around 42% from the floor, and right there, that's a fadeaway step-through three and made it look easy.
31-31, lob pass. Hubbard dribbles right elbow, tosses it up to the 7-footer, Chor to go up by 2 points, 33-31. Driving inside baseline as Wilkinson goes up with the right-handed layup. He's fouled, so 2 shots coming up at the line.
That's the problem with State. I feel like every time we score the basketball, we aren't running back. And right there, Wilkinson recognizes it, instantly drives in, and Epps has no choice but to wrap him up and foul him. And now Wilkinson gets 2 free throws.
Wilkinson now 7 points, 2 for 5 from the field. Knocks down the first one to go down by 1 point. 33-32, State leads. 4:14 to play in the first half. Wilkinson gets set, knocks in the second free throw.
Yeah, State always competes in the first half. I'm interested to see what happens in these last 4 minutes. This is typically when State starts to let up a little bit and teams will build up a decent lead before halftime. So these last 4 minutes, very important for State.
All knotted up, 33-33. Epps has the ball. Dribble handoff to Josh Hubbard with 16 on the shot clock. 4 minutes left in the first half. Sean Jones, right wing. Swings it over to the Hubbard, top of the key. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Drives inside. Thought about a step-back mid-range jump shot, but as he drives inside the lane, he's fouled. So it'll be an inbound underneath the basket as we go to the under 4 minute media timeout. We'll step aside. All knotted up here in Stark Vegas. 33-33 with 3:49 to play in the first. And we are back. 3:49 to play in the first half. All tied up, 33 each. Mississippi State taking on one of the hottest teams in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs. Chor to inbound, finds Sergey Matsura cutting across the middle of the lane, goes up with the left hand, but he is fouled as he goes up with a left-handed layup.
Yeah, good to see Sergey back in the game after it looked like he tweaked his ankle a little bit. Comes back in, gets the inbound, goes up strong, gets fouled. 2 free throws on the way for Sergey.
Sergey lines up for the first one and rattles in the first. 34-33. Dogs lead by 1. Matsura comes set for the second and bounces out on the second attempt. So State leads by 1, 34-33. Swings over top of the key. Wide open three-pointer is off the mark from Stagg. Rebound Ballard. Now Hubbard has the ball. Goes coast to coast. He goes up with a layup. Hits it off the glass, and another goaltend for Josh Hubbard. That'll improve his total now to 12 points on the night as he's 5 for 8 from the field.
Yeah, Hubbard does that a lot. That ball is not going in. He is literally playing for them to goaltend. He throws it off the glass super quick, and they hit it every time. Like that one had no chance of going in, but gets bailed out by the goaltend.
So Wilkinson goes up with the left hand. It's off the mark, but Quincy Ballard knocks it out. So Georgia will have the ball near side underneath the basket on the left, with the Mississippi State lead by 3. (36-33) is driving baseline is Stagg. He tries to find his teammate, dumps it off, and Bulldogs go coast to coast. Josh Hubbard drives in with the right-handed layup and goes in.
Yeah, they called another goaltending. It would have been points regardless, but it goes in. That's 3 straight layups, 3 straight goaltends. Josh Hubbard 6 quick points. Totals up to 14.
Yeah, you kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, but Josh Hubbard just utilizing his speed. And Josh Hubbard, not the tallest of athletes on this team, but he utilizes his skill set to be able to put points on the board. Top of the key, Cyril, looking for an open guard. Finds Edelrum. Swings it over to Ross, who drives with the left hand. Now backing down Epps. Pump fakes, goes up with the left hand, and in for the layup. 38-35. Josh Hubbard to bring it up the floor.
Yeah, that was too easy for Ross down low. Great entry pass from Millender over to Ross. 1 dribble right over Epps for the bucket.
State leads 38-35. Josh Hubbard, top of the key. Closely guarded by Ross. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Dumps it off to Quincy Ballard. Kicks it out to Epps for a wide open three-pointer. And a teardrop three-pointer goes in. State leads by 6 points, 41-35. 2 minutes left to play. A great defensive rebound by Sean Jones after the missed three-pointer from Georgia. Josh Hubbard, top of the key. Snakes between the screen from Quincy Ballard as he drives in the lane with the two-hand jam.
Yeah, great entry pass there from Hubbard. Ballard, all he saw was the green light and hammers it home.
43-35. Crowd starting to get into it. A lob pass up to James for the alley-oop slam. Makes us 43-37. A minute and a half to play in the first half. Josh Hubbard now has the ball. Dribbling up slowly up the full court. Makes it past the half court now with 20 seconds. Dribbling backwards on Wilkinson, now drives right elbow, pulls up a mid-range jumper. He's got it. Josh Hubbard now with 16 points on the night, 45-37. Going up with a reverse layup is Wilkins. Rebound Ballard now fast break with Epps, kicks it off to Hubbard, thought about a three, drives over to Matsura off the right hand of Sergey, and Bulldogs missed an opportunity on the fast break.
Yeah, Hubbard frustrated himself there. He knows he should have taken that three when he caught it. Instead, chose to drive in. Probably even should have taken the floater there. Decides to pass to Matsura. Not a great pass, turnover. Bulldogs missed the chance to go up double digits.
50 seconds left in the first half. Bulldogs lead by 8 points. A lob pass up and in to his teammate for James. And after that, a timeout will be called. 39.3 seconds remain in the first half.
Yeah, really
State
good
leads by
there.
6.
Really good there from Millender. That pass over to Cyril for the flush. Georgia just keeps clawing back in, not giving up, and doing a good job of hanging around. State's bombarding them, shooting the ball at a very high clip, 72% from the floor, and they're not really missing. And so Georgia just has to try and hang in there, and that's what they're doing right now.
Yes, so just a quick timeout taken on the floor, just a 30-second timeout. After that, Mississippi State will inbound, sideline out of bounds. So on the floor for Mississippi State, Sean Jones Jr., Josh Hubbard, Jaden Epps, Sergey Matsura, and Quincy Ballard. Hubbard leading the way with 16, and it's been a by-committee effort for Georgia. Wilkinson leading the way with 9 points.
That's kind of how Georgia's been all season long. A lot of group scoring. They have 4 guys that average double digits, but there's no one like we have Hubbard who averages 21 and a half, and they have a bunch of guys that average 17, 11, 12, 10. So it's a by-committee team.
So Hubbard will dribble up slowly past midcourt, finds Epps on the left wing with 17 on the shot clock. He takes a screen from Ballard, tries to find him cutting, but he's double teamed. Ball is stolen, so fast break for Georgia. Wilkinson going to pull up a left wing three and drills it. 42 points now for Georgia, down by 3 points. 45-42. Epps gets it into Hubbard. 7 seconds on the game clock. Finds Ballard cutting, goes up with a left-handed layup over the middle and in. So with that, that'll end the first half, and State goes up by 5, 47-42. Charlie, this is a good first half for Mississippi State going in against a very competitive Georgia team.
That's exactly right. They shot the ball really well, 73%. And they're doing good offensively of not just relying on Hubbard, but getting other guys involved. Quincy Ballard, that's a big-time dunk and then a big-time finish there to end the half. And then on the other side defensively, we're limiting second-chance points for the most part, and we're doing a good job of playing some good, strong defense. The problem is Georgia did not shoot the ball great in the first half, and they're only down 5. And so coming out the second half, State has got to keep on keeping defensively and keep on scoring the basketball, doing a really good job offensively.
Yes. So State goes into the locker room up by 5 points. Hubbard leading the way with 16. State leads 47-42. We're going to step aside and we'll be back with Drew Harvey to have the halftime report.
Welcome back out to the Humphrey Coliseum here for the halftime report alongside Drew Harvey. I'm Charlie Curley. Drew, just walk us through the first half. State has the 47-42 lead over the Georgia Bulldogs. What did you see in this first half?
Well, the main focus on emphasis was State was blazing fast for most of that half. Pretty much when they got the opportunity, they went down the court to score fast. And then Georgia surprisingly hasn't made use of their size difference. Like Cyril by himself is 6'11", taller than most players on the Mississippi State team for obvious reasons. However, in the paint, Georgia only has 12 points compared to Mississippi State's 26, which is very strange to me. However, Georgia has made up for that in basically one main factor, which is why they're only down by 5 points, which is beyond the 3-point arc. You and I saw during the first half that very much whenever State scored a basket, it seemed that Georgia would easily get open, basically beyond the 3-point arc, and then sink it in. They are 53% from the 3-point line this half, which is very impressive for any basketball team. Granted, they are only around 44% in field goals in general. However, those 3-pointers, they are keeping Georgia in the game, and this lead is not as big as it should be. That being said, however, I am surprised by how Mississippi State is doing this game so far. Pleasantly surprised, yes, but surprised. The last home game here against Missouri, State lost by 24 points, and I was in attendance for that game. That scoreline doesn't tell the whole story. However, their adjustments have been made. Josh Hubbard isn't doing everything by himself this game. Basically, State has been passing the ball around, making sure everybody can get their shots. While Hubbard is the scoring leader, he is followed behind by McGee with 9 points, and then Jones Jr., Epps, Maxura, who is great to see back after that scary fall during the first half. Basically, they spreading the ball around, making sure everybody gets their touch and their points, which is something that they've needed to do this entire game. Even during the Auburn game, basically it was obvious that once Auburn took Hubbard out of the picture, pretty much nobody else can do anything. It's great that Mississippi State is doing that right now. Another thing that's slightly worrying right now for Mississippi State is second chance points. State has 0, and they only have 1 offensive rebound. Georgia has 6 offensive rebounds, and they have 7 second chance points. So basically, it's going to be like, can Jance make his players do his defense that we've seen in the past seasons? Basically, hopefully not giving up any second chance points in any wide open 3-pointers.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and I think that's the big thing is defensively in the second half. Can they shut down the wide open threes? Georgia's been playing really good transition offense, doing a great job of getting out after made buckets and kind of answering and keeping this crowd out of it. And I think you're right, Drew. I think it's going to really come down to can stay consistent offensively, continue to have a good offense without Hubbard completely having to dominate, take over the game. So great points there. Drew, anything else you have before we start the second half?
Basically, don't expect Georgia to just give up. It's only 5 points, and honestly, State should be up by more. Georgia's been keeping it very well. Mike White is a very good head coach, going back to even his Louisiana Tech days. Basically, this is going to be a fight to the finish. But hey, that's basketball. We saw Miami, Ohio, and Ohio go slugging each other last night. So let's see if the 2 Bulldog teams can do that.
That's exactly right. Well, we'll be back for the start of the second half. That was Drew Harvey and Charlie Curley, the halftime report. We'll be back in about 7 minutes for the start of the second half here on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. Back here in the Humphrey Coliseum, Mississippi State leads 47-42. Back for the second half here at the Hump. Mississippi State looking to hold on here. Had a big upset win over Georgia, who's one of the hottest teams in the country right now, winning 4 of their last 5. Just had a big win against Alabama a few days back. Drew, we talked a little bit about it during the halftime show, but what does State need to do in this half to win this game?
Defend the three-point arc. We saw Georgia open so many times, especially after Mississippi State got a bucket, and that's what's keeping Georgia in this game. They've shot the free ball 15 times, got 8 of them for 53% three-point shootage. Just need to stop them beyond the arc.
That's exactly right. Here we go. Sean Jones inbounds the ball to Jaden Epps, guarded by Blue Kane. Epps right side dumps it off to Achor, top of the key. Achor guarded tightly by Stagg. Out of bounds, ball bounces off of Epps' leg, last turnover. Looks like Kane tipped the ball. Then it bounced off Epps' leg, goes out of bounds. Georgia gets possession.
Obviously not a good way to begin the second half. Need to limit the turnovers from here on out.
Exactly right. Millender top of the key here. Left side wing. Gets a screen from Cyril, backs off. Dumps it off over to Stagg. Stagg top now. Back with Millender. Back over to Stagg, top of the key. Dumps it off to Cyril. Cyril one-on-one with Ballard. Dumps it off to Catchings. Catchings drives in, pulls it back out, guarded by Sean Jones. Back to Millender. Great defense from State here. Forced to take up a deep corner 3 off the mark. Great defense from State all around. Quickly out to Hubbard in transition. He goes up, knocks down the layup. Probably got fouled. Blue Kane with some contact, no call. State leads 49-42. Millender on the wing. Turnover, quick turnover. Achor gets it, dumps it off to Jaden Epps. Jaden Epps in transition now.
That's like what we said. They needed to bottle Uga up on the three-point line. That's just what they did.
Exactly that. Dumps off backdoor to Hubbard. Hubbard dumps it off to Sean Jones. Sean Jones drives, goes up with it strong, misses. Out of bounds, Georgia basketball. Sean Jones went up a little bit weak there, faded back off the front iron. Ball out of bounds. Georgia retains possession.
Excellent effort by Josh Hubbard underneath the glass to pass it out to Sean Jones. Obviously didn't connect, but eventually it will fall into the net.
Millender, top of the key, gets a screen from Cyril. Cyril catches it, pretty much unguarded here. Looking for Blue Kane, gets it to him. Sean Jones guarding him tightly. They double team. Cyril wide open, takes one dribble, drives in, pump fakes, goes up, and is fouled. Nearly knocks down the and one. Great entry pass there from Blue Kane to get it to Cyril. And Cyril going to the line to shoot 2.
Blue Kane was double teamed on the free-point line. Basically, he saw Cyril open within the paint, passed it between the 2 defenders. Cyril got fouled trying to lay up, and now he's going to the free throw line.
That's exactly right. Cyril does a great job of pump faking, getting Ballard to jump, and then jumps into him. Has a pair of free throws here to cut him to the 7-point State lead, 49-42 with 18 and a half to go. First free throw is good for Cyril. It's now 49-43. Cyril up to 5 points. Hasn't missed a shot, 2 for 2. Hasn't missed a free throw, 2 for 2. Cyril having a pretty good game so far. Takes a couple dribbles. Here's the shot. No good. Rebound, Quincy Ballard. Dumps it off to Epps.
Cyril has a free throw percentage of 57.8 this season, so that's par for the course. Tough break for him.
Yeah, step back 3 from Epps, no good. Quincy fights for the board and he gets it. He's on the floor. Jump ball, gonna be Georgia ball. Good effort there from Quincy. Just couldn't keep his feet, and then after that, jump ball going the Georgia Dogs' way. Cyril to inbound.
That would have been Mississippi State's second offensive rebound this game. Basically, they needed to take control of that to hopefully get some second chance points.
That's right. State leads by 6. Millender towards the top of the key. Dumps it off to Stagg. Stagg dribbling up top. Dumps it off to the corner. Over to Catchings. Catchings makes a move. Steps back. Drives forward. And a reverse slam. What a move from Catchings. Nearly stole the inbound afterwards as well, but now Hubbard has it. What a move from Catchings.
Mike White made his adjustments right alongside Chris Jans. To find the three-point line, will go to the inside.
Achor gets it. Steps in, fade back, no good. Rebound, Blue Kane. Dumps it off to Millender. Millender going quick here. Quick crossover. Gets past Sean Jones. A big reverse layup and knocks it in. What a move from Millender. And timeout, Chris Jans. Georgia only down by 2 now. What a move from Millender.
Very impressive. Basically underhanded and right on in. Chris Chance needed that timeout to hopefully stop Georgia's momentum.
That's exactly right. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Mississippi State basketball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. Back here now, Mississippi State still leads 49-47 with 17 and a half to go in the second half. State pushed their lead as far as 9, but Georgia cuts it back within 2 after a quick 7-0 run from the Dogs, led by Millender.
State as a team these past few games, especially against Florida, very streaky. Basically had a 15-point lead in the first half against Florida, and then Florida just wiped them out for the rest of the game. State needs to match Georgia's intensity for this game if they don't want a repeat of last game.
That's exactly right. Georgia starting to shoot the ball already better in the second half, up to 45% on the game, and that's exactly what they needed to do. They were missing a lot of those shots outside of the 3-ball. Now Josh Hubbard got it on the left wing, dribbles back up to the top of the key. Quick hesitation move, guarded tightly by Millender. Dumps it off to Davis Fleming, guarded extremely tightly by Cyril. Over to Massera. Massera just gets it stolen from him by Stagg. Fast break for Georgia. Stagg messes up his dribble, wasn't able to finish. Now in the corner, no good. Catchings misses it. Quick rebound by Epps. He's out in transition, pushing hard. Dumps it off to Hubbard. Hubbard pump fakes. Guarded closely by Millender. Drives left side. Hubbard goes up. Blocked, but they call goaltending, and Georgia is furious. Mike White especially is furious by that, and he doesn't have a challenge to be able to challenge it because they used it in the first half.
That is goaltending number 4 for Georgia, and I believe all 4 were off of Josh Hubbard's shots. So Georgia gifting Josh Hubbard 8 free points so far this game.
That's exactly right, and I'll be honest, based off of what I saw there, that didn't look like goaltending. But like we said, you use your challenge in the first half on that out-of-bounds call, you lose that challenge, and now you're unable to do anything about it here. You just have to take your medicine. State leads 51-47, 16 and a half to go. Millender takes it up the court, guarded by Jaden Epps. Millender gives it off to Catchings, right back to Millender. Millender dribbles back, over to Catchings. Catchings, top of the key, 3. Nothing but net.
Just like last half, Georgia finds the wide open shot. They'll sink it, nothing but net. And that was their first free this half.
Exactly right. State leads by 1. They got to inbound the ball. They do, over to Epps, guarded closely by Blue K, and they're doing a 2-2-1 press, it looks like. They get past it. Jabor McGee dumps off Sean Jones. Hezzy drives in. Maybe got away with the travel. Over to Epps, top of the key. He drives in. Little teardrop floater is good from the free throw line. Great move by Epps. Quickly now, Millender gets double teamed, dumps it off to Cyril. Cyril, cross-court pass, Catchings in the corner. Knocks it down. That's 2 straight threes now for Catchings. He's starting to find his shot here.
Georgia had a bit of trouble from the three-point line to begin, missed two straight. Now they've made 2 straight, and they were wide open shots.
That's exactly right. Catchings up to 13 points now, 3 for 4 from behind the arc. Quickly now, Jabor McGee in transition. Masura catches it, fumbles the ball, had a free dunk and just missed it. Then a bad pass from Davis Fleming. Catchings tips it out of bounds. Stays State ball. State needs to lock in here.
That was close. That was close to Masura's second turnover of this half. He had a clean game the first. Basically, he has to be careful not to cough up the ball anymore.
That's exactly right. State calls a timeout, so we will take a quick timeout. We will be right back to some more Mississippi State basketball in the BSSN. All right, we're going back and back here in the hump. Tie ball game, 53-53. Mississippi State trying to hang on to this game here. Had a 7-point lead, a 9-point lead, cut down to 2, and now it's all tied up. Jaden Epps, top of the key. Dumps over to Jabori. Jabori guarded pretty tightly over there by Ross. Back over to Jaden Epps, top of the key. Crossover, step back 3. In and out, no good. Rebound Catchings. Catchings is having a heck of a second half.
Sometimes it comes down to luck. Sometimes it comes down to not catching the rim.
Heat check from Catchings, a step back 3, and it's butter. Catchings up to 16 points. That's 3 straight threes now. They have got to find a way to stop him.
And those 3 straight threes, I don't think it even touched an inch of the net. Rim.
That's exactly right. Over to Epps now on the wing. Jab step, step back. Keeps his dribble alive. Over to Davis Fleming. Guarded tightly by James. Epps gets an open 3, shoots it. In and out again. Good rebound by Masura to keep it alive. Got to capitalize on this. Epps on the wing. Guarded by Ross. Dribbles left, steps back again. Screen from Davis Fleming over the corner to Jabor. Jabor takes a contested 3. Misses it. Rebound Blue Cane. Not a great possession there from State. Blue Cane going quickly now. Left side. Hezzy drives in. Dumps it off. Wilkinson. Deep 3. Off the mark. Rebound Epps. Dumps off to Masura in transition. Masura turns it over, his 3rd of the half now. Catchings takes it. Misses the layup. Rebound Masura. Wow. Some sloppy basketball right now. Jabori pump fakes, goes over the layup, knocks it in.
Man, what a series of events right there. Basically, Georgia makes a rare miss. Mississippi State commits a turnover. Missouri gets the rebound, and then finally the layup, and Mississippi State is down by 1 now.
That's exactly right. Down 1. Dumps off to Ross. Ross drives in with the left hand, goes up strong, misses it. Rebound and put back slam from James. What a play there from James as Georgia extends the lead to 3. Still running that 2-2-1 press. State breaks it with ease over to Sean Jones. He drives baseline, dumps off to Masura. Masura can't catch it. Wilkinson gets it, dumps off to Blue Cane. Blue Cane goes up strong. And a late foul call. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, I agree with the ref there. McGee didn't look like he went up straight. Basically, he caught Kane, and basically Kane is going to the free throw line.
Yeah, Kane will have a pair of free throws coming up here. He went up strong. Jabori made some contact. It was very late on the whistle. Blue Cane got the rebound and scored while they called the whistle. But nonetheless, Blue Cane, 2 free throws here. Chance to extend the lead up to 5. State making some substitutions here. Josh Hubbard coming back in the game. Quincy Ballard coming back in the game. Masura and Sean Jones will sit. Epps and Davis Fleming and Jabori McGee will stay out there. The first free throw for Blue Cane was good, so 59-55. Georgia leads.
This completely went unnoticed to me until right then. Epps and Hubbard in foul trouble right now, 3 apiece.
Yeah, good note there, Drew. Blue Cane, second free throw is pure, 60-55. Georgia leads. Some substitutions for Georgia as well. Stagg in the game. Ross, Millender, Wilkinson, and Abson getting his first minutes. Abson, a big center, going to be guarding Quincy Ballard. Josh Hubbard breaks the press all by himself. Gets by towards the top of the key now, left wing. Guarded tightly by Ross.
Great example of Josh Hubbard's speed. Broke the press, and now he's on the three-point line.
Exactly right. Guarded by Abson. He pulls up a 3 in his face. Short. Tips it back to Hubbard, and he's still guarded by Abson. He's got to take advantage of this isolation here. No, dumps it off to Epps. Back over to Jabori McGee. Jabori drives. Goes up strong. And it rolls in off the rim. Great finish from Jabori McGee. He's been aggressive all day long.
Surprised they didn't call that a foul, but if you're Mississippi State, you will take your 2 points any way you can get it.
That's exactly right. McGee up to 13 points now. Hubbard with 20. Abson gets it up top. Standing, waiting, dumps it off over to Stagg. Stagg goes over to the corner. Wilkinson now, top of the key to Millender. A deep 3 off the mark. Shot it nearly from the logo. But here comes the second chance points now. Offensive rebound from Stagg. Back to Millender. Millender drives in, pump fakes, fade away. Off the mark again. And another offensive rebound. Wilkinson now drives in, hesitates, goes up the floater. Blocked by Ballard. But a goaltend. Probably the right call there. Looked like it was a clear goaltending, so Georgia will extend the lead. 62-57, the Bulldogs of Georgia lead.
Yeah. Now some newer fans are probably thinking, wait, that didn't touch the glass. But basically, it doesn't matter if it touches the glass. Basically, if a defender swats the ball when it's falling and not in the middle of its arc, pretty much refs count that as a goaltend.
That's exactly right. And so, don't know if it's a timeout or a challenge. Yeah, Mississippi State is challenging the call. We will get to see a couple replays and see. Didn't look like there was much debate to it. Looked like a pretty clear goaltending, but they are going to look at it.
Yeah. Although goaltending, from what I've seen, is basically a very, very hard one to call. Basically, you have to judge when it's in the arc. I remember watching the Michigan Duke game. Basically, what looked like not so goaltending. Basically, the refs ruled was a goaltending. So you never know what they're going to rule on this one.
Yeah, trying to see out this initial review. It's so close. I mean, the ball's clearly. Here's a very good angle of it. I don't know.
Ooh.
That angle changes things. It looks like the ball was still on its way up. Like I said, you need irrefutable evidence to overturn it, and so it has to be no doubt at all.
Yeah, no matter which way this is called, one coach is about to be very, very upset with the zebra stripes on this one.
Yeah, 100%. Waiting for the call here. Nonetheless, State still hanging around. Had the lead at half. Georgia cut it down all the way to 0. Now is taking the lead by 5. State has got to find a way to work their way back into this game. What do they need to do, Drew?
Well, basically, yeah, Georgia has done the exact same thing as they did last game. Take advantage of the free-point line. And honestly, this half, they've been actually kind of unlucky from the free-point line. They've had some wide-open shots, and they just didn't get it to land. And Georgia's also been taking advantage of the paint this half, unlike the first one.
That's exactly right. And Catchings has really caught fire here. Knocked down 3 straight threes, which are huge for Georgia to extend this lead out to 5. And now he's on the bench now, but he was the one that had 32 points against Bama the other night, which is the big reason why they upset Alabama, who was probably the hottest team in college basketball at the time. And Georgia shut them down. Bama had won 8 straight until Georgia took them down. And now Georgia, like we said, won 4 of their last 5, rolling in here. And they are in a battle with State. And they're going to overturn the call. It's a clean block. So now 60-57. Clean block there from Ballard and a good challenge from Jans.
Going what off you just said, very much this game matters for Georgia, not in like seeding or March Madness. If we're having a debate over whether 16-14 Auburn should be in the tournament, Georgia is squarely in. This game is all about momentum for UGA. Basically, try to keep themselves rolling into the SEC tournament.
Exactly right. And here comes the official announcement. The call is overturned. The lead is now only 3 for Georgia, and State will get the ball, so a huge swing there. That's 2 points taken away and the ball for State. Georgia's still sticking to this press. Yeah, State will keep a challenge. They have 1 challenge left. Georgia seems to have gone to a man press now. They've been keeping consistent with a 2-2-1 or this man press pretty much the whole game. They lay off now, allow Jabari McGee to bring it up, guarded by Wilkinson. Jabari stands right at the logo, waiting on a screen, doesn't get it, drives in now, looking around, dumps it off to Epps. Epps drives in, floater, off the mark, rebound Stagg. Out in transition now. Millender has it. Quick dump off to Abson. Abson, good move, goes up, misses but is fouled. Spin move gets past Ballard. Ballard did not shuffle his feet, and Abson gets fouled, going to go to the line to shoot a pair.
Ballard's first foul of the day, and Abson hasn't had a point yet so far this game. However, going to the free-point line to hopefully get us, obviously not hopefully not for us, but hopefully for him, I guess.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Abson, the first free throw is money, knocks it down to extend the lead. 61-57, Georgia leads, and that's kind of been the story with Quincy Ballard all season long. Defensively, just not able to shuffle his feet. The lateral movement just has not been there. And Abson takes advantage of that and knocks both free throws down. And now here comes Catchings back in the game, subbing out Stagg. And Catchings is the one that knocked down those 3 straight threes earlier in this half. And it's kind of caught fire here.
Yeah, but this was an NBA Jam game. The announcer would be going nuts over Catchings right now. 16 points, almost up to Hubbard right now, and we'll see if Catchings could continue his hot streak from before he went to the bench.
That's exactly right. Jabari McGee taking it up the court, guarded by Wilkinson. Wilkinson guarding him tightly towards the logo. Hubbard sets him a screen. He comes around 2 screens now. He pulls up for 3, off the mark. Quincy Ballard fights for the ball with Abson. Abson knocks it out. It'll stay State ball. Great hustle there from Ballard.
Yeah, but basically, I like what Mississippi State did. Basically allowed our player to take the open free, just did not go in, and luckily went off of Georgia. Still have not sunk a free yet this half.
That's exactly right. McGee, top of the key now. Hubbard over in the corner, about to get an off-ball screen from Davis Fleming. He gets it. He gets the ball now. No, turned it over. Catchings just steals it right out of his hands. Dumps it off. Catchings in the corner for 3. Off the mark. We got lucky. Wide open 3. Catchings finally misses something. Rebound, Josh Hubbard. He's going quick. Guarded by 2 guys. Nearly turns the ball over. Gets it back. Slows things down. Guarded by Millender. Hubbard behind the back. Goes up and knocks it in. Tough finish for Josh Hubbard. Going up with the right hand over Millender.
Yep, that is his 10th basket of the day.
Yeah, quick turnaround. Wilkinson goes up for the layup. It's missed, guarded tightly by Ballard. Josh Hubbard has it again, pulls up for 3. Off the mark. Rebound, Catchings. Sean Jones went up for it, wasn't able to haul it in. Millender in the corner, catches, shoots, knocks it down. Georgia extends the lead now to 6, 65-59. Georgia leads. Millender with a big-time three.
And Millender is now into double digits. Basically, Georgia's team, basically, they love to spread the ball around, have double-digit scores almost every game.
That's exactly right. They got 4 guys averaging double-digit scoring. Hubbard up with the floater, off the mark. Millender going quick now. Goes up strong. Off the mark, rebound Sean Jones. Sean Jones smartly slows it down, gets it back to Hubbard. 9:50 left on the game, 65-59. Georgia leads. Josh Hubbard has it right at the logo, guarded by Millender. Setting up the play, you're going to get a screen from Quincy Ballard. Dribbles left, dumps it off to Ballard. Ballard, pound dribble, goes up, off the mark. Rebound, Davis Fleming. Hubbard catches it. Logo 3.
Boom.
Bottoms.
I believe a certain other commentator will call that onions near the logo for Josh Hubbard.
Absolutely. Hubbard with a deep 3. Wilkinson gets it quick, dumps it off in the corner, but is fouled before the shot can go up. The shot was made, but it won't count. Ross knocks it down. Won't matter. Foul on the floor. Blue Kane and Cyril will sub in for Georgia, taking out Ross and Abson. Massaro will come in for the game for Davis Fleming. State down 3 here, 9:24 left in the game. Epps now going to sub in for McGee as well. So State switching some things up along with Georgia. Blue Kane hasn't played much in the second half. Finally getting back in the game. He is someone that when he gets hot, he is tough to guard. Catchings in the corner for 3. Bottoms, that's his 5th 3 now. Catchings continues to be on fire, and State just won't guard him.
That was a good old inbound pass by Georgia. Basically set up the screen. He gets a wide open free. Bingo, bango. Catchings gets another free.
Exactly right. Epps, top of the key. Get a screen by Ballard. Ballard sets the screen, goes up strong, finishes, may have gotten fouled. No call. 68-64. Georgia leads with 9 minutes to go. Quickly, Millender gets down the court, dumps it off to Blue Kane. Blue Kane finds Cyril. Cyril dribbles, may have gotten away with the trouble, goes up strong and slams it right over Sean Jones Jr. Gets away with a travel and then takes advantage of it with a huge slam right over Sean Jones Jr.
The 6'11" center taking advantage of his size, basically slamming it down with a 40.
Exactly that. Jaden Epps, top of the key, getting a screen from Quincy, dumps it off to Quincy now in the corner to Sean Jones. Sean Jones, quick spin move, loses the ball. Cyril grabs it, dumps it off to Wilkinson. Turnover for State. Here comes Wilkinson.
That's their first turnover in a while, and that leads to a Georgia layup.
Layup and 1 plus the foul. Wilkinson, quick crossover, smooth move, goes up strong. Finger roll and the foul. Chance to extend the lead to 9 with a made free throw. Georgia starting to find their rhythm here towards the middle of the second half.
This is what we saw during the Florida game. Mississippi State had a lead, but basically allowed the other one to basically keep hanging on. Last time it was the Gators. This time it's the other Bulldogs of the SEC.
That's exactly right. The offense just starts to fizzle out, it feels like, every single time we hit the second half. Josh Hubbard not scoring as consistently as he was. He's up to 25 points, but had 20 in the first half. And on the other end, pretty much everyone else on the State team is incapable of scoring, it feels like, in the second half. It's just been either Hubbard or a bunch of nothing. And so we've got to figure this out here. Still in this game, potentially, we're down 8, potentially down 9 here with a made free throw from Wilkinson, but Georgia has just really found their stretch. Catchings is playing out of his mind. Wilkinson starting to, score the basketball a lot more. And right now, State is down 9, 8 minutes and 12 seconds left to play here. 73-64, Georgia leads.
State has a 59% field goal percentage, so they're still getting the ball in the basket, but 36% from the free compared to Georgia's 52.
That's right. Josh Hubbard catch and shoot 3. Knocks it down. Probably was fouled. They didn't call it. Big shot from Hubbard, up to 28 points now. Blue Kane, top of the key, guarded by Epps. He goes in strong. What a move, a shifty move. Splits the defenders, gets the layup. And I don't know what happened here. Jans is giving an earful to one of the referees. Wanted a travel call. And it's a timeout on the floor. Man, that was a shifty move by Blue Kane. The little step through layup maybe got fouled. Nonetheless, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. 75-67. Georgia leads with 7:44 to go in the second half. Back here in the Humphrey Coliseum, Georgia leads over Mississippi State 75-67 with 7:44 left in the second half. The story for State's been Josh Hubbard, 28 points, 12 of 18 from the floor, 4 of 7 from 3. He has been our whole team tonight. What do we need to see from these other guys for Mississippi State to be able to get back into this game?
Bottle catching. He is catching on fire right now. Defend Catchings. He is catching on fire right now. 19 points overall. 5 for 7 from the free-point line. There's no stopping him right now.
That's exactly right. And right there, Epps goes up for a floater. And another goaltending. Cyril knew it this time. Didn't mean to touch it. Tried to pull his hand away. Was trying to just contest the shot and ended up touching it. And State, 69 now, 75. Georgia leads, cutting into this lead. Ross dribbles it past half court, guarded by Epps. They're setting up the offense. Blue Cane gets it, guarded by Sean Jones. Sean Jones always guards the best offensive player of the team, but no one guards him now. Easy, wide open three for Blue Cane. No one near him, and he drains it. 78-69, Georgia leads.
It's slowly but surely losing control of this game and back to a 9-point lead with 7 left to go in the game.
Yeah, you cannot leave Blue Cane open ever on a three like that. Jaden Epps has it now guarded by Blue Cane. Goes up strong, finishes, goes right into his chest. Really strong finish from Jaden Epps.
Yep.
Now quickly, Millender the other way, dumps off to Blue Cane. Blue Cane in the corner. It's Stagg for 3. Bottoms.
Stagg, basically, that's his second free-pointer of the game. His only points have been from free-pointers, but again, Georgia just separating themselves from the Bulldogs in maroon.
It is, shooting 55% from the three-point line. They have been on fire. Stagg knocks it down from the corner, extends the lead out to 10 now. First double-digit lead of the game for either team. Epps goes up again with the floater. Off the mark, that would have been 3 straight for him. Cyril with the rebound off to Millender. Millender down the court now, guarded by Epps. Gets a screen from Cyril. Steps into a 3. Bottoms again. Quick timeout by Jans. That's 3 straight threes for Georgia, and they push the lead out to 13.
Yeah, going back, again, it's all well and good to defend Catchings, but these other Georgia players can shoot the free ball just as well. There is no stopping from beyond the free-throw line. This problem has extended for the Mississippi State Bulldogs since the first half. Basically, yeah, there is no stopping Georgia on the free-point line, and that's probably what's going to sink the Mississippi State Bulldogs this game.
Exactly right. Georgia is 7 of their last 7 from their field goal attempts. They're up to 50% on the game now. At half, they were shooting 40%. They bumped it all the way up to 50 now. State's still shooting 60% from the floor, 40% from 3, but the big padlock stat is Georgia 57% from behind the arc, 16 of 28, and they have made them count 3 straight now for Georgia to push the lead out to 13. Quick timeout from Jans. Jabori McGee checks back in. Davis Fleming checks back in. Achor checks in. Hubbard and Epps remain. State has got to find some sort of run here to stay in this game. Georgia starting to pull away here with 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the second half.
Yeah, respect to the fans who have basically come out for Senior Day. Basically, these are the Mississippi State Bulldog fans that come through for thick and thin, basically celebrating the end of the season for 50 years at the hump. And special thanks to these fans who turned out today.
Yeah, absolutely. Jaden Epps gets it on the wing. Another floater from that right side. Knocks it down. That's 4 straight floater attempts from Epps right from that right block. 3 for 4 now from it. Ross dribbles across the court, guarded by McGee. Millender goes up strong, misses, no foul call. McGee out in transition now. 3-on-1, goes up all by himself, gets fouled, and they want the goaltending as well. They're talking about it. They're not going to call the goaltending. And now they tee up Chris Jans. Chris Jans has been giving earfuls all night, finally gets called for a tech, and he is still talking. He needs to be careful, he'll get ejected here.
Yeah, Chris Jans does not want his season at the Hump to end with him sitting in the locker room. But State needs their head coach for these final 5 minutes.
Yeah, Hubbard backs him off, and Hubbard grabs the assistant coach and tells him to get Jans back. And they smartly do so. So now Blue Cane will shoot a free throw to push the lead back to 12, and then McGee will have his 2 free throws.
Hubbard showing his leadership on the sideline. He's only a junior, but he can come back next year. And so hopefully for Mississippi State Bulldog fans, he does come back next year.
Yeah, it'd be a big thing if we can get Hubbard to return for his senior season. Boos all around the hump right now as Blue Cane shoots a technical foul free throw. Knocks it cleanly through to push the lead back to 12. Oh, it's 2 free throws. Excuse me. He'll have one more to push it back to 13. Blue Cane is almost automatic from the 3-point line, or from the free throw line. Knocks them both down. Lead is back to 13, and now we'll swap sides of the court, go all the way down to the other side, and McGee now will shoot a pair of free throws for the foul call.
Other news from around the country. Long Island is the first team to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament, beating Wagner in the NEC tournament. They will play Mercyhurst in the championship game, but due to NCAA rules, Mercyhurst is ineligible. And State needs to win their SEC tournament to even have a dream of running in March.
Yeah, State has their work cut out for them if they want to make the tournament. Very unlikely to happen, but never say never. McGee's first free throw off the mark. The lead stays at 13, 86-73, Georgia leads. McGee's second free throw is butter. 74-86, Georgia leads with 5.5 to go here in regulation. Ross takes it cross court, guarded by Epps. Dribble handoff to Blue Cane. Blue Cane over to Millender. Back over to Catchings, back to Ross. Screen from Cyril now. Ross crosses over. Dribbles underneath the baseline, over to Millender. Millender, quick hesitation drive. Blue Cane wide open in the corner. Bottoms.
That he is still a perfect free from the free-point range. Basically, Cane is matching up with Catchings for points.
He is. Blue Cane is having a great game. Quickly, though, Hubbard on the other end knocks down a floater. He's up to 30 on the game. Georgia still leads 89-76. And an offensive foul now. A push-off by Ross. We're going the other way. McGee slaps the ball out of his hands, gets it to the sideline, and wants to get going quick here.
That's one way to try to get back into this game. Georgia making their own mistakes, shooting themselves in the foot. They haven't done that for most of this game, but if State really wants to come back into this game, basically force Georgia to do the work for them.
That's exactly right. McGee will inbound. Georgia still running the soft man press. They press hard on the inbound, but once it's inbounded, they back off. Get it to Achor on the other half of the court. Achor quick dump off to McGee. McGee goes up, fouled, and one.
Excellent effort by Achor right there. That, I believe that is only his 4th point, maybe. Basically excellent effort there by Achor. Basically get the layup in, and he's going to the line for his extra shot.
Yeah, Achor, great dump off pass there to McGee. McGee makes the layup and the foul. McGee up to 16 points, a chance to get up to 17 with a made free throw. State looks to get the lead back down to 10 with 4 minutes and 51 seconds left to play. The free throw's up and good. McGee's having a heck of a game. 70% from the floor, up to 17 points now. State down 10 with 4.5 to play. Millender has the ball, dumps it off to Catchings. Catchings back over to Wilkinson, who just subbed back in the game. Blue Cane gets it now, guarded tightly. Now double teamed, gets the pass off to Millender. Millender guarded by Jabori. Dribble crossover. Jabori is draped on him. Dump off to Epps. Wilkinson, Hezzy, spin move, step back, fade away. Blocked by Jaden Epps. Josh Hubbard gets it out of transition to Jabori.
Oh.
Jabori gets it stolen, still goes up and knocks it in. And the foul.
That probably went better for State than if they just dunked it. Pretty much Georgia stalled it. Basically, he got the ball, laid it in, and he's going to get the +1. State is trying to keep themselves into the game. McGee with another layup, and he's up to 19 points right now.
That's right. Back-to-back and ones for Jabori McGee. Didn't see the guy behind him in transition. Thought he had a free dunk. Gets stolen, gets it back, goes up strong, gets fouled, plus the bucket. Jabori McGee with a chance to get to 20 points here in this game with the made free throw. And he does. Knocks down the free throw. State cuts the lead to 7 with 4 minutes and 19 seconds left to play in the second half. And now State's going to bring out a press of their own. Ross guarded by Hubbard. Really tight. Hubbard shuffling his feet well, but that is a foul. Hubbard is accepting it, knows it is a foul. State fans are booing, but absolutely pushed his hips out a little bit. Didn't push him with his hands, but used his body, a little body check. And I think, is that 4 fouls now for Hubbard? He's got to be careful here in foul trouble. Georgia in the bonus. They will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Ross, the first free throw is good, so he'll get another. 90-82, Georgia leads by 8 with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left to play in the second half.
Yeah, to recant what I said earlier on in this game, Hubbard actually only has 1 foul. That was my mistake. So he can't afford to do some fouls late into this game.
Absolutely. Second free throw is good from Ross. Georgia pushes the lead back out to 9. Josh Hubbard to inbound. They're still doing this press. Obviously, once it's inbounded, they release back. Jabari McGee with the ball, guarded by Catchings. Drives right, goes up strong, off the mark. Rebound Catchings, and then Jabari with a silly foul. Frustration foul after missing the layup. Catchings will go shoot a 1-and-1. Can't do that if you're Jabari McGee.
No, but I mean, I don't get why he's frustrated. He made several layups in a row. Obviously, he would love to make that one to cut into the lead even more. But he's had a good game so far. There's no reason to lose your cool this late into the game after an excellent 20-point game.
Exactly right. A silly foul. He's currently slapping himself in the leg, frustrated at himself. Catchings the first free throw is good. He'll get a second. Georgia back out to a double-digit 10-point lead. Cyril now will check into the game, subbing out James.
Georgia's in the bonus now, so any foul committed by Mississippi State, silly or not, will send Georgia to the free throw line.
That's exactly right. Catchings, his second free throw is good. Lead back up to 11. State had it as low as 7. Now it's back to 11. 4 minutes to play. Inbound to Hubbard, guarded by Wilkinson.
Georgia sending in the man-to-man press this possession.
Hubbard crosses half court, gets a screen from Epps. He needs something big here. Pulls up for 3. Off the mark. Rebound Davis Fleming over to Epps now. Epps drives in, takes 2 steps, gets it stolen. Great hands from Wilkinson. Now dumps out to Blue Cane. Blue Cane alley-oop. Off the mark, out of bounds. State retains. Not a great pass from Blue Cane. Catchings couldn't haul it in. We have a timeout, immediate timeout on the floor. We will step aside and take a quick break. Georgia leads 93-82 with 3:38 to play in the second half.
(98-82), 3:38 to play left here in the second half. Alongside Drew Harvey, John Wesley Cochran here with you. Drew, it's been a crazy game. Mississippi State led it pretty much the entire way going into the second half, and then Georgia's just been able to go on a run and keep a pretty steady lead for the back half of this game.
Well, I mean, it only makes. I mean, State has been pushing the ball around, but basically it's been Hubbard and McGee for the most part. Meanwhile, Georgia's been spreading it around between Catchings, Wilkinson, Kane, Millender, even Cyril, basically close to a 10-point game. Basically, and Georgia has been basically doing their best spreading the ball and getting the 3-pointers.
Josh Hubbard leading the way with 30 points. He tries to bounce pass inside to his teammate, but a foul is committed. So it'll be inbound underneath the basket. Jaden Epps to inbound near side on the left. He finds a Chor left side at the top of the key. Now swings it over left wing. Hubbard pump fakes 3, throws up a shot, and his 3-pointer rattles out, but 3 shots coming up at the line for Josh Hubbard.
That foul was courtesy of Blue Kane for Georgia. I mean, basically, very hot from the 3-point line and in general, but basically did a foul there that might let State back within 10.
Josh Hubbard 30 points on the night, but shockingly enough, his first free throw attempted of the entire game. As he comes set and laces the first to go 1 for 1. So he's got 2 more on deck. This makes it a 10-point basketball game. Comes set and knocks down the second one. 9-point game, 3:24 to go in the second half. Bulldogs going to need everything to make this a ball game. And Hubbard goes 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. 8-point game, man-to-man full court press for the Bulldogs. It'll be Ross to bring the ball up the court for Georgia as he will be called for a travel. He jumped up trying to find an open teammate on the pass. Couldn't really find anybody and ended up traveling.
Yeah, but basically, I think that's the first travel call for this game. Both coaches have been begging for a travel for this game, and Coach Jans gets the first one in his favor. Mike White, not so.
Yeah, it's been a lot of no calls on the travel side of things, but finally, less than 4 minutes left in the ball game. Now Josh Hubbard dribbles towards the corner, pulls a 3-pointer. No foul called. He's begging towards the baseline referee for a call, but nothing. Now Blue Kane dribbles out after the rebound. Under 3 minutes to play in the second. 93-85, Georgia Bulldogs on top of Mississippi State. Blue Kane dribbles top of the key, dribbles inside the lane, throws up a lob, and connects.
Cyril gets his 10th point of the game, and he got that one with a 40, saying, "Hey, watch this bang!" Getting his 6'11" frame up there and then banging it down.
No doubt about it. He earned every bit of those 2 points. So with that makes it a 10-point basketball game. It's going to take a lot for Mississippi State here to close it out. We'll be back in just a few minutes as Bulldogs try to fight back from this 10-point deficit. (95-85), 2:44 to go in the ball game. Mississippi State has the ball. Jaden Epps to inbound to Hubbard. Man-to-man press from the Georgia Bulldogs. Hubbard will call for a screen with 20 seconds on the shot clock. He pulls up a deep 3-pointer and bottoms out. Josh Hubbard forces it to a 7-point game.
If there's any player on Mississippi State that you can trust basically making the clutch shots, it is Josh Hubbard.
No doubt. Josh Hubbard, clutch three-pointer, 36 points on the night. 2:10 to go in the second half. Milderin drives inside the middle of the lane. Kicks it out to Blue Kane. Pump fakes on a three-pointer on the left wing. Kicks it up top of the key. Shot clock expiring as Millender pulls up a deep three. The call on the court is a shot clock violation, but he drilled every bit of that deep three.
Blue Kane just hesitated on the line there. He had the open shot. I guess he just trusted Millender more with the shot. But we are going to go to the review booth to make sure this is a shot clock violation.
I don't know. I don't think it was in time. There might be a slight chance that he was able to get it off, but like you said, Drew, Blue Kane had a wide open three-pointer. He pump faked and sent it over to his teammate Millender, who has been 3 for 5 from the night. He made the right call. He found the right guy. I just don't know if it was in time or not.
They are going frame by frame for this replay review. Basically, looking at me, when it goes all zeros, I think he does have the ball out of his hands, but it's going to be very close.
It might be fingers. I really don't know. I don't know what they're. It's got to be irrefutable video evidence.
I think he has it on his fingertips with 0.0.
So the shot clock violation is confirmed. And that was kind of one of those plays that it probably could have gone either way, but since the call on the floor was shot clock, I think they give it to Mississippi State for that call.
I mean, all fair on that front. If Mississippi State put up a shot like that, I couldn't really complain because it was very close by mere milliseconds.
No doubt. If it was good, it would have been by .01. Nonetheless, Mississippi State, a minute 55 to crawl back from this 7-point deficit as Hubbard drives right wing, pulls up a deep three-pointer off the mark, but that'll be last touched by Achor as he tried to go for the offensive rebound.
Yeah, they might have to take Jans only has one timeout, and he does have that challenge left, so he could use it, but I don't think he is.
Probably the right decision there. 95-88, minute 45 to go. They'll inbound to Millender. He'll try to dribble up past the half-court line, heavily guarded by Hubbard and Epps. 15 on the shot clock, and Kane will be fouled. Or, excuse me, rather, Catchings will be fouled. So with that, he will have 2 shots coming up at the line.
Darius Fleming, basically with his third foul of the day. McGee with 4 right now. Mississippi State Bulldogs in foul trouble this late into the game.
So he comes set for the first and rattles in to make this 96-88.
A really underrated stat this game is Georgia and Mississippi State have been putting it in the basket on free throws this entire game. Basically makes that one. Basically keep them above 90%. Mississippi State has been 84% from the free throw line. When these teams have a chance to take free points, they are more than likely going to get them.
No, it's a great point. It's not something that you see very much with a lot of teams having very high free throw percentages. Hubbard's going to pull up a deep three-pointer, rattles in. Josh Hubbard.
Who else, man? Who else? Number 12 is going to be up in the rafters one day. Just watch.
No doubt. 39 points. They swing it over to Wilkinson. Now top of the key with Millender. Millender 15 on the shot clock. A minute and 5 seconds remain in the ball game. He dribbles inside the middle of the lane, goes up with a layup on JDF, and finds the basket just as the shot clock expires. Great basket. That makes it an 8-point game, 99-91 with exactly a minute left to go in the second half.
Mississippi State is going to rely on the hot hands of Josh Hubbard for this game. In this past 2 minutes, or maybe even 3, he has sank 2 free-pointers, both ridiculous free-pointers. Again, basically Josh Hubbard is going to have to shoot the free consistently if Mississippi State wants a chance to win this game.
Exactly. He's not afraid to pull it right in the middle of your face and He'll probably make it too. He has had that ability because over his career he has not been a tall guard, and he has learned to have a very highly elevated shot and be able to shoot over just about anybody that guards him.
Yep, yes indeed. If anyone's curious about other news around the country, Florida has a 17-point lead on Kentucky right now. Kentucky is trying to get their seed as high as possible, but Mark Pope is not having fun with the Gators, as State learned the last game.
Exactly a minute left in the game. Dogs down by 8 points, 99-91. Hubbard pulls up another deep three-pointer, rattles out, but gets a tap in from JDF. A timeout taken by Chris Jans. It'll be a full timeout, making this a 6-point basketball game. So plenty of time for Mississippi State to crawl back in possession by possession.
Just take some quick shots. That's all you have to do. And State has no more timeouts left in this game. Unless Georgia takes a timeout, we are in for 50 straight seconds of pure basketball.
It's going to be a doozy. We'll be back in just a few minutes as we come back from this timeout. Dogs down by 6, 99-93. (99-93), 50.3 seconds remain in this very competitive dogfight. Mississippi State taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. Mississippi State, who had the lead majority of the game, but fell to a big run of a slew of three-pointers from the Georgia Bulldogs. Now looking to fight back, down by 6 points. No travel called as the inbound on the full-court press. 45 seconds left, 22 on the shot clock. Dumps it off to his big man, James. Loses the ball. A turnover for Georgia. Now Jabari McGee pulls up a deep three-pointer off the mark. Tries to get his offensive rebound. Rebound Georgia. Pulling it back is Millanders.
Only one shot clock left for this game. 27.6 seconds left to go. I like what they did. Try to get the fast break points off the free, but just did not go in.
Yeah, that's a tough call. Honestly, Drew, do you think it would have been smarter for them to take the three-point shot or try to get as many fast points as possible?
Hard, and that's hard to say. Basically, you do see why taking free is so tempting, but basically scoring a 2 to make sure you have enough time left and only down 4. Yeah, I could see the logic going either way.
Nonetheless, the foul. Millanders knocks down the first free throw, makes it 100-93. He misses the second one. Jabari McGee gets the rebound. Hubbard, 25 seconds in the game, swings it over to Sean Jones. Give and go. Hubbard pump fakes, pulls a right wing three-pointer. Got it! Josh Hubbard, 42 points after the three-pointer. 18 seconds left. Dogs got a foul. They do. 16.6 seconds remain in the second half. A 4-point basketball game.
Josh Hubbard never quits. He always tries to shoot for the free, keep Mississippi State into this game. Millander going back to the three-point line. This is where Mississippi State Bulldog fans start praying for Georgia to start missing some free throws, which has been a rarity this game.
Lines up for the free throw. Millander knocks in the first one, 101-96. 5-point game. Comes set. All of Georgia's team is back and not even at the free throw line. He knocks in the second one, so a 6-point basketball game with 16 seconds left. And I think after that, that's probably going to do it. I don't think the Dogs will have a shot at making this a ball game. Josh Hubbard, 13 seconds. Left wing pump fakes. Takes a highly contested three-pointer off the mark. Rebound Georgia, and that'll do it.
Man, I kind of wanted you to do the announcer jinx right there.
Well, we tried. That'll do it for this SEC matchup. Mississippi State falls to the hot team in Georgia, 102-96. It was a very competitive game, one that the Bulldogs wish they would have had, but just wasn't quite enough, Drew.
Yeah, being within 10 is still a pleasant surprise, but yeah, the only thing you can get close in is grenades and horseshoes. So disappointing loss for Mississippi State. Also, if you take into account the fact that you had the lead for a good bit of the game. You were in control for a good bit of the game. Josh Hubbard was also streaking with its points total, 42 for the game. McGee also had 20 good shots around, and so man, tough break for Mississippi State Bulldogs and their fans. And now the poor fans here at the Hump are about to go into the rain.
Yeah, tough weather. We wish everybody safe travels back home. That'll do it for us here in the Hump. Thanks for tuning in for this MSU basketball season alongside Charlie Curley, who's been broadcasting play-by-play color, producing Drew Harvey. It's been a wonderful night. I'm John Wesley Cochran saying so long from the Hump.